Hi, my name is Isaac Meadows, a librarian with SPCC, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about nclive.org. NCLive is essentially a giant online library that is live 24/7. Through NCLive, you have access to literally thousands of resources, including ebooks, journal articles, audiovisual items, and electronic reference resources. You might be wondering why you should care about NCLive as a student. Well, it's an online library, which means you can log on to NCLive from anywhere with an internet connection, and it's open around the clock. If you wanted, you could do your research while sitting on the couch at home at 3 a.m., but that'll be up to you. The ability to do research on your own schedule makes NCLive perfect for emergency research when the library is closed and you're trying to meet an assignment deadline. But NCLive's utility doesn't end there. You can share your research with fellow students. If you run across an article that could make or break a group project, you can use tools in NCLive's databases to send your group mates what you found. If you're doing research and you discover that you need a book, but you can't find it online, you can contact the library and we'll be able to find the book for you in our collection or request the book for you through interlibrary loan. One of the most attractive things about NCLive is the fact that you can use it to easily locate peer-reviewed articles. Having the ability to locate information online is a mixed blessing. It's important to note that anyone can post something to the internet. Companies, organizations, and even private individuals can run websites. The information contained in these sites can be inaccurate, biased, or just plain out of date. These factors can make many websites relatively weak sources. NCLive, in contrast, is full of strong sources that have been reviewed by editors and experts. As a result, you can safely assume that the material accessed through NCLive is trustworthy, authoritative, and fact-checked. Now that you know what NCLive is and why you should be using it, I'm going to tell you how to access NCLive. On the library website, we've put together a subject guide that takes a bit of the guesswork out of using NCLive by grouping appropriate resources by subject. Let's do a bit of hypothetical research. For this demonstration, we're going to be searching for resources to use in an argumentative paper for an English class. So, on our Research Guides by Subject page, we'll click on the English link. And then from the list of English resources, we will select the Academic Search Complete link, which will then take us to the Academic Search Complete database. In our paper, we'll be arguing for the regulation of exotic animals as pets. We've brainstormed ahead of time and decided that a good reason for the regulation of such animals is that they could be inherently dangerous to keep. So, we'll use the search terms exotic, pets, and danger. By using this combination, we get 7 results. We only want full articles, not just abstracts. So, if we go over to the left side of the page to our filters, if we click the full text filter, we will only get full text results. We can also change the publication date range filter at this time to return results that fall between a set of dates. Our search and our research is not really time sensitive, so we'll leave the publication date range filter alone for now, but it's important to note that we still have the full text filter checked. So let's update our results. We started with 7 and now we have 6 results. So apparently one of the 7 results was not full text and now it's been dropped. If we scroll down and kind of look over our results, we see already that there is an article that looks rather promising. It's a New York Times publication, called The Problem of Exotic Pets. So let's click on that. And we can read in the abstract the basic gist of the article, and it seems that it's concerned with exotic animals spreading equally exotic diseases. So here we have a link to the left for a HTML full text version of the article. Sometimes you can find the full text article on the actual page if the article is short enough, but just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and click the HTML full text link. Now, as we can see here, we have the whole article right in front of us, and if we decide that we want to use this article, there are a number of things we can do over here on the right side of the page in our toolbars. We could print the article, we could email the article to someone, we could save it, we could generate a citation to put into a reference page, or we could even create a link to the article. Let's email the article to ourselves, or I'll email it to myself. So I'll put my email address in the email to field, and with the subject of great article, and I could enter comments or a description about this article, but I'll just send it as is. And now this article has been sent to my email account, and it's sitting there in my inbox, and I didn't have to print it out, and thus I can't lose it. So that's always handy. From here we can perform other searches as needed. So if we don't have the number of sources we need, we can run more searches, and a great idea is to sit down and write out the keywords that you want to use for your search, and then their variations. We use the term exotic pets and danger. We could also use terms like uncommon or rare instead of exotic, or use hazardous rather than dangerous. You'll be surprised at how many results you'll get for different word combinations. NC Live is useful for more than just school-related research. You can use it to access full-text versions of popular magazines such as Cosmopolitan and Field & Stream. You can download and listen to audiobooks, read ebooks, and even watch videos typically from the BBC and PBS. If you're a reader, you can use NC Live to access resources like the Literary Reference Center and Novelist. You can find book reviews, poems, and classic texts online here. Novelist is interesting because it has recommended reading lists and author read-alike searches. So let's explore Novelist. Let's say that you're a Stephen King fan and want to locate some read-alike authors. If we go to Novelist and go to the top under the More drop-down and click the first link, which is the author read-alike links, we are taken to an alphabetized directory of authors. We'll click on the K's for King and scroll down until we find Stephen. Once we click on Stephen King, we get a description of King's work, and we see that there are a number of read-alike authors that we might want to investigate. NC Live isn't just for finding your next leisure reading. It can help you get your career on track with the Job and Career Accelerator and the Learning Express Library. Both of these websites require that you register for a free account with them. However, it's worth signing up, as these websites allow you to create a resume, take online practice tests, and even explore your professional options. Let's look at the Learning Express Library. We can see that there are a number of Learning Center categories over here on the left, and the one that we're going to explore today is the College Preparation section. As you can see, we have a number of resources here for college prep, one of which being an SAT preparation segment. So if we click on that, we can see that it gives us access to a variety of practice tests and even a preparation guide. Well, with all this talk of employment, you might be wondering with NC Live, why work for someone else when you can work for yourself? NC Live has resources that can help you get your small business off the ground. You can perform market research, investigate the competition, and even locate business properties to lease. NC Live even allows you to be an informed patient. You can explore Consumer Health Complete, Health Source Consumer Edition, and Medline Plus to stay on top of your medical issues and personal fitness. You might have a friend that's taking a dietary supplement like zinc to help ward off colds and think that you might want to start taking it as well. If you want to make sure that it's safe to take and effective for fighting colds, we could go here to Medline Plus. We'll go to the Drugs and Supplement link in the middle of the page. Simply click on that and we're given two categories, drugs and herbs and supplements. We want to look in herbs and supplements because zinc is a mineral supplement. And now we're given, once again, an alphabetized list of supplements. We'll click the XYZ link up top to forward us to the bottom. And we can see that there are two entries for zinc. So we will click on the first link, and it opens in a new tab. And on this page, we see a rundown of zinc's purpose, our daily requirements for zinc, and possible health side effects for taking zinc. So now, if we decide to follow our friend's example and take zinc daily, we now understand any potential side effects and risks or benefits from taking it. NC Live also keeps us connected with the past. Genealogical research is America's #1 hobby. With NC Live, you can dig into the past with resources like ABC Clio, Digital NC, Heritage Quest, and Archive Grid. These resources can help you start filling out your family tree or simply allow you to glance back a few decades. With Digital NC, we can browse historical documents by county. So let's click on the Digital NC link. And if we scroll to the counties link, we are shown a map of North Carolina and shown a list of the counties in the state. Now, all counties have their local history archives loaded to the internet. As you can see, Anson County has nothing online yet. Neither does Union County. But our neighboring county of Mecklenburg does have resources available, so let's take a look and see what they've got. Over here we can browse the items by type. As you can see, there are items in the city directories, newspapers, photographs, samplers, and yearbooks pages. But let's have a look in photographs and see what's been digitally archived here. Our first result is a photo from Davidson College of its 1906 football team. Let's take a look at these fellas. And I don't know about you guys out there, but I think these fellas look pretty tough in their sweaters, especially this fella right here in his turtleneck sweater. You know, who needs pads, right? There are also resources for parents, teachers, and kids. The Searchosaurus is a pretty nifty kid-friendly database that covers elementary school topics. If your child is looking for an easy-to-understand definition of a word, such as, we'll get inspired by this photo of lightning, such as lightning, we will type lightning in the search box. Hit search, and it looks like our first hit is from the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia 6th edition, and let's click on that. And as you can see, we have a nice, easy to understand, bite-sized definition of lightning. This could be useful for both children and adults. If you're like me and run across something you don't understand in a text, you could always get an easy to understand definition here. So let's head back. NC Live also provides resources for the mechanically inclined. You can use the Auto Repair Reference Center and the Small Engine Repair Reference Center to look up detailed, user-friendly schematics and repair guides that could save you time and money at the mechanics. Let's run an example of if we have a lawnmower and would like to keep it running in tip-top condition. You could use the Small Engine Repair Reference Center, and we'll maximize this and click on the Outdoor Power Equipment. From here we can click Walk Behind Mowers and choose our manufacturer, which we'll go with Briggs & Stratton. 4-stroke engines, and you can basically just keep going down through the levels until you get to what you need. But we click on this, and now we have a mower service manual for Briggs & Stratton 4-stroke engines. And it gives us some maintenance tips and information to basically keep our lawnmower running like new. There are many more resources available on NC Live that cover psychology, nursing, government and law, data and demographics, science and technology, images and art, and even investment. Even though NC Live is a wonderful resource, you should still contact the library if you have any questions. Here at the library we have librarians, a studious environment, and hard copy resources. We also have the NC Live password, something you'll need to access NC Live off campus. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or any of the other librarians. Our contact information is available on the library website or through Moodle. And remember, at NC Live, you can get answers anytime, anywhere.